Hey YouTube! So today I have got for you guys a gigantic, massive, enormous beauty haul. You might want to go make a sandwich or something because it's going to be a minute. A couple weeks ago my husband and I went on our wedding anniversary trip to Indianapolis, and I've been saving up in anticipation that I would make my bank account cry. And I did, and they had so much more at their Sephora and in their shops, and yeah, so I got a lot of stuff I'm really excited about. The first thing I'm going to show you guys is stuff I got from Target. My Target does not carry NYX, so I was so excited that I could find some butter glosses. I got all the 4 shades that they actually had at theirs, and this first one is Peaches and Cream. It's kind of a bit of a more subdued coral color with a bit of peachiness to it. I also got number 4, Merengue, which is a cool toned pink. There is Tiramisu, which is a more brownie nude. And then the last one is Vanilla Cream Pie, which is one of my favorites, and it is a pinky nude color. I also picked up 2 of NYX's powder blushes because they're so talked about, and for so much reason. These are amazing blushes. Not only like for the drugstore, because the drugstore I feel really lacks in blushes, but are comparable to high-end blushes in my opinion, with pigmentation, and the color is just, they're gorgeous. So this first one I have is Mocha, and it's a bit of a brownie rose color. And I also have Peach, which I don't know why it's called Peach, because look at it, it's clearly pink. These blushes, they're so pigmented, they're so gorgeous. If you use a more fluffy blush brush, you're gonna get the best application. It's just, they're absolutely gorgeous. So that was all I got from Target. I wish that their NYX had more, but it is what it is. Better than no NYX. So we went to the fashion mall and popped into the Body Shop because I have been waiting and looking for this bronzer, and it is a honeycomb bronzer. Wrong way. I have mine in the shade 02 Fair Matte, and I like to contour. I don't like a harsh contour because I want it to look more like my face is naturally shaped this nicely. But I'm so fair that bronzers almost always turn orange or just don't look right. Like, they go very muddy very quickly. And this one is great because it looks more natural. You can build it up. It hasn't turned orange on me, and I am using it for a bit of a contour today. And I just feel like my face is round, and this makes it look so, not so round, but in a natural way, which is what I'm going for. So, great bronzer. And I also stopped into MAC. I was a little bit disappointed when I went to MAC. I had a list of things that I was really looking for, and they had none of it. Like, none of it was there. So I was specifically looking for the green gel eyeliner in the Fantasy of Flowers collection, and I wanted a couple of those lipsticks too, but whatever. I think some of it is still available online, but I couldn't go away empty-handed. That would, I mean, why would I do that? Couldn't just pick up nothing. So I picked up a cream sheen lipstick in Crosswires, which is, it's like a mix between a brownie corally rose color. I have no idea how to describe this color, but it is really good for every day, and it isn't my like favorite like MAC lipstick that I've ever bought, but you know, it's a MAC lipstick, they're good, and this is good. I like it. So, boom. Sephora. I spent quite a bit here, and the one brand that I knew I wanted to go to was Hourglass. I walked in, it's just like, oh, angels were singing, and it was right there in front of me. And I would have knocked somebody out to get what I wanted from Hourglass. Maybe not. Maybe I would have. We'll just keep that between us. The first thing I wanted was an ambient lighting powder. I got mine in Dim Light. It is just as gorgeous as everyone says. Honestly, I enjoy buying products that are hyped up to have my own opinion, but I don't always think that, oh, because this is hyped up, this is a great product. this is seriously a great product. I don't always set my foundation, but because it's starting to warm up, I'm able to again, and doesn't mean my skin's getting any oilier or anything like that. It's not quite so dry and dehydrated. But I've been using this to set my foundation, and it has just given me a gorgeous, gorgeous glow. There's no shimmer, there's no glitter. It's just a angel tears or something like that. Like it's gorgeous. It seriously is a really great powder. And then oh, and I'm also gonna pick it up in ethereal light or glow and diffused, and then I think I'll be good because the other colors didn't appeal to me quite as much. And I also got an Hourglass Ambient blush, and I got mine in Mood Exposure, and I was worried about buying this because I've seen so many like this is either great or this is terrible. And from my understanding, when people are not liking it, it's because they don't think they're pigmented, because there will be so much of the powder swirled throughout it that there's not enough of the color to make a difference. Luckily, I did not have that problem with mine. I'm wearing it as my blush today, and it's beautiful. I love it. It looks so good. And I definitely am planning on picking up some more of the colors that I will be ordering offline. Just Hourglass really didn't disappoint me. Another line that I was so curious to try out was the Marc Jacobs line. And initially I was going after the Face One foundation brush, but when I saw it, I was a little bit disappointed in it. It just seemed too, not like it was a bad brush by any means. It actually seemed like a really good brush, but I didn't see myself using it for foundation. I saw it more as like a powder brush. This one I saw, it's the Face Two, I just thought was awesome. I feel like, okay, it's so soft, it's gorgeous, like it is such a beautiful looking brush. And then it's like, it just glides like really nicely over your face, but I feel like it's really good for like blush, and then you can like kind of turn it to the more angled side and just contour right there. And to me, it's so much more than a foundation brush. It is so multi-purpose that I would pick up a second one of these just so that I always have an extra one. Like, I would. Another thing that I really wanted was a blush, and it's a particular one. I wanted it in Outspoken. Okay, so I really like when companies do like the little bags. Dior does it as well, and I always keep my stuff in them. Maybe that's like kind of an old lady thing to do, but I like to. But this one's like, it's unrealistic. Like, it's half of the pouch. But again, the packaging on these are beautiful. You just push this button and it pops it open. I don't know if I said this. The shade I got it in is an Outspoken. I thought it was a really great Radiant Orchid color for color of the year, with a little bit of like a lavender-ness to it. It's gorgeous. It's not quite as like orchidy, if that's the word, on my face, but I have such rosy cheeks that blushes are not always true to color for me. And then the last thing I got from the Marc Jacobs line is a palette. And funny story time. We had left Sephora, we were in the car, and I was kind of like looking through everything, you know, as you do when you just purchase a bunch of makeup. And my husband was making fun of me for how much money I spent. He wasn't mad or anything. I have been saving up for this for a very long time, like I said earlier. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna return something, like thinking maybe I had gone pretty overboard. And I was like, I'm just gonna return this because I wasn't initially going to get it. And he was like, no, you're not. And he grabs it and rips it. I was like, James, what are you doing? First of all, I can still return this. But secondly, I was gonna do a beauty haul, and now you've ruined my box. So it's broken. But I did get the Starlit palette. And again, super sleek, luxurious packaging. It is really, really gorgeous. You push the button and then you open it, and this is the Starlit one. I know so many people are going after the Lolita palette, but I need another neutral palette. Like, I need an extra 10 pounds on my thighs, and I don't. So I was a little bit disappointed in this like kind of green shade. It's just not quite as vibrant on the lid as I would like it to be. which is kind of a bummer because that's like one of the reasons why I chose this one over the Lolita, because it still had neutrals in it, but it had some like other fun colors. But other than that, they're really great. There is a bit of fallout, which is kind of annoying. No more than like an Urban Decay eyeshadow palette, but just if you're paying more, like this is even more than an Urban Decay one, and it's less product, so I don't, you know, maybe there shouldn't be so much fallout, but totally worth it because these blend like a dream. I'm using these last two on my eyelids today, on my eyes today, and I'll go ahead and show you. It just, they blend so beautifully. They look so beautiful. All these colors work so well together. I have absolutely no regrets that my husband snuck this into the shopping cart, because that's what he did. And then on that trip, I also got my birthday gift, which is the Makeup Forever. It's a deluxe size of a lipstick, which, if we can get it. Got it. Which I definitely won't be using till about fall time, but it kind of reminds me of Clinique Black Honey, and I adore that lipstick. So I will use this, but it's gonna be a while. And then I also got the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant. You guys, like, my holy grail mascara is CoverGirl's Lash Blast Volume in the orange tube. It is my favorite mascara. It is so, so good. This competes and it blows it out of the water. It seems like such a huge chunky wand, and it is, but because like this part is so thin, you're able to really get into that inner corner and like outer, and then you can fluff it up, and then you can like put it up and then like separate the lashes better. It's great. The only problem is it is so hard to take off. Like, I use coconut oil to take my eye makeup off. It works really good, and it's really good like for your lashes. Like, I've seen a difference, but it's just no, that's hard stuff to get off, but totally worth it. And then I also used some points. I got this Algenist Firming and Lifting Cream. I don't know why. I really don't. I'm not really worried about like aging. I just don't want to age prematurely. And because I have 2 kids, I just worry that I will. I haven't used it yet. But so I just, anything to take away any potential wrinkles or anything like that. I also used my points to get a Buxom full-on lip polish, and I got it in the shade Sophia. It is, I like the Buxom lip creams so much that I was hoping that these would be just as good. And they're not. They are, I mean, the color is really, really pretty, and, you know, they do plump, but it's sticky. Like, I just don't like it. It's so sticky, and it feels so thick and a little bit goopy. So I'm glad that I used a sample instead of like just going and buying one. But yeah, I don't know. I did use 100 points. So, and then the last thing I got was this Caviar CC cream. It is meant for moisture, shine, smoothness, softness, UV protection, manageability, strength. My 3 favorites that this is why I wanted it. Anti-breakage, heat protection, light hold. You guys, just got all my hair cut off. And I'm okay with having short hair. I don't think it looks as good on me as long hair does. But I've really been wanting something that I can just like kind of put in like towel dry hair and like keep my waves and not have to use heat on it to make it look okay. And this stuff is awesome. As soon as I start getting low on this, I'm getting the full size. Alrighty, we're back. And on a second trip to Sephora, I went a little color of the year crazy. I love it. I think Radiant Orchid is gorgeous. It's just so beautiful. I love it. And every year Sephora and Pantone Universe collaborate, and they form like, you know, different like blushes and stuff like that. And so I got this, and it's got a stinking long name. It is the Rush Luster Cheek Sweep. Like, look how pretty the packaging even is. It's like the ombre, like Radiant Orchid. It's really gorgeous. Let me see. It's so hard to get it out though. Got it. So it's basically a cheek palette. It's got a Radiant Orchid blush, which I got my finger into. It's got a highlighter, which is really gorgeous and reminiscent of the Mary Luminizer or the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, the pressed one in Opal. And then it's got another highlighter, which I prefer. It's called Bridal Rose. I'm so fair that I can just use it as like a really glowy blush. This is gorgeous. It's so pigmented. I can't, if you like softer blushes, this is not for you. Like, you don't have to be a clown, but it is definitely something that's gonna show in your cheeks. You can see the fact that this is Radiant Orchid. You're rocking the color of the year on your face. That's what this is for. And I love it. I love it so much. It's great. Another thing I got from the Pantone Universe Sephora collab is the lipstick. They had this eyeshadow palette, but it was huge and chunky, and the shadows looked gorgeous. I just couldn't. It was a huge palette, and no, I have too many that I've recently gotten as well. Yeah, so this lipstick is awesome. It's got a magnetic closure. Like, I love it. And the packaging is, again, really beautiful, really sleek, really sturdy. And the color. They nailed it this year. Like, absolutely nailed how awesome, like, the packaging and the pigmentation is there. The lipstick is creamy. It's really great. One last Radiant Orchid thing I got, but it wasn't from the Pantone, so I got the Benefit Lolly Tint. I'm still on the fence about this. I might return it. I don't like the packaging on it. It is a, look at this. It's like it looks like a nail polish, but you use it for like your cheek and then your lips, and it's a stain. But you have to work so quickly with it, and you have to build it up, and it's drying on the lips. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more, but we'll see how it fares for me. I think I just had higher expectations than when I got it. Yeah, it's just so hard to work with. And then three more things from Sephora. I have been using the Pixie Duo eyebrow thing for so long that I was really missing my Brow Wiz, so I got a new one in medium ash. I fly through these suckers because the pencil is so fine and it's just it's waxy, so they charge too much for these, but they're great, so I'm gonna pay the money for them. And because I have potentially found a new Holy Grail mascara, I got the full size of it. I have so many that I'm like trying to work through them all, but I am using, like, this one will be there because I will be coming back to this. And then the last thing I got, I lied. One more Radiant Orchid thing. I got a Buxom lip cream in Lavender Cosmo. You guys, Radiant Orchid, come on. I'm going to, next week, be having a couple tutorials on, like, how to wear Radiant Orchid, so that you can wear it, but, like, not have it be overdone. Like, I'm not gonna wear all these products at once, don't worry. I might. You never know. That was everything for Sephora. Let's take another. And then, as a lot of you guys know, Urban Decay recently had a new palette come out, and the day that it was 18th, it was my wedding anniversary, and I ordered it. I was probably one of the first people to order it. It is the Electric Pressed Pigment Palette. Gorgeous. I have, oops, upside down. Gorgeous. I have got a full review on it that I will go ahead and link in the info bar, but here just to show you the colors. It is, oh, so pretty. I love it. It's made me excited about using color again. I feel like ever since I became a mom, I have been afraid to wear color in fear of, because I'm a young mom looking like immature and childish, and just, this has been so fun to incorporate into, like, as spring is here finally and summer is coming. I've loved it. It's a great palette. And then to go with that, I got a 24/7 eyeliner. I was worried that with such vibrant colors, like always having like a black eyeliner would just look too intense for me. So I got a gray one in Desperation. And the Urban Decay Glide On, what are they? 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. These are great. I have another one in Chaos, and it's like a cobalt blue color, and they're really great. They last really well and stay where you want them to. Last thing, guys, last product. It is a Naked lip gloss. It is in the color Streak. It is a peachy coral color. I really like these lip glosses, but to be honest, I've got the butter glosses in my life now, so they're kind of taking over my love. I mean, these ones are not as pigmented. They're more of like a sheer color. They look really great over their like coordinating revolutionary lipsticks. So there's that, and then these are great for like if you just want like a little bit of something, whereas the butter glosses give you more color and pigment. So, you know, guys, that is everything. If you made it through this massive haul, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching my videos. If you liked it, I would love for you to like and subscribe. Stick around, see what else I've got coming out. I film about 2 to 3 videos a week. And tomorrow I will be back with my March favorites. You will see some of these products again. Not all of them, I promise. And until then, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.